go. Lincoln, here. Look at, we got a good treat. Come here. Can you sit? Look at, he's sitting. You want to show him sitting? What a good boy. What a good boy. Okay. That's his antibiotic. So he broke a couple nails on the snow is really crusty and icy. And it's almost like rock solid. So, and he digs a lot, so he's got a few broken nails. I'm debating he may have to go to the vet. We'll see. But aside from that, today I've got the Clinique Moisture Surge Active Glow Serum. Let me pull it out of the box here. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Really nice packaging from Clinique. So here we go. The Clinique Active Moisture Surge Serum. Let me find the correct paperwork for it. Lincoln is shaking his little booty. Okay. Okay, here we go. So they call this a first ever serum from our most loved Moisture Surge collection, formulated with powerful actives that exfoliates, hydrates, and brightens to give skin an instant and continuous glow. Has he not been out yet today?
Nope.
Oh, okay, wow. Impressive. Very cold though. And he's back. So, clinically proven, dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin, allergy tested, 100% fragrance free, tested on all skin tones. All of that is marketing, so whatever. Safe for sensitive skin, that is meaningless. Allergy tested, that is also meaningless. Dermatologist tested, clinically proven, all meaningless. Pretty much everything you see on a box for a skincare product is all marketing, beside the ingredients list. Everything else is marketing. And even the ingredient list, sometimes they'll put in descriptors or percentages, and that's marketing, and that's helpful marketing, actually. So, and I love how they say, test on all skin tones. Okay, what was the results of that? Do you want to provide more information? Anyway, that's just this brand. This kind of brand is like kind of like that, though. Clinique, that's kind of their marketing shtick. So, okay, first criteria is packaging. We've got a glass dropper bottle. No issues with that. I think it's glass. Yeah, it's definitely glass. In terms of alcohol, there's no denatured drying types of alcohol. It's also fragrance-free and has no noticeable scent. This one is manufactured in the UK, so no issues with that. So pH test, I will do a little pH test because this one includes a couple of actives. And so I typically love the, I think it's Mashery Nagel pH testers, but I could not find them. So I've got two other brands, so I'll do both of them because these both came up showing similar but different looking results. So, okay, here's the first pH strip if Cameron wants to look at that. Okay, so here's the first pH strip. So that to me, and here is the pH listing. Oh,
thanks.
Whoops. Lincoln knocked the light over. So to me, this would look like it's like right around a 4. Is that not what it looks like to you guys? So then I do the other pH strip, and Mashery Nagel ones now have gotten really expensive. They're like, to get a container of like 100 strips now is like 25 bucks. But I probably should just bite the bullet and do it because I'm not impressed with these two other brands. Okay, so here's the other pH strip. So there's the serum. And when I kind of look at this, I'll kind of just wipe that a little bit. To me, when I look at that, it looks like it's between 3 and 4. So the pH of this one is probably a little bit under 4, okay? So then let's talk about the ingredients. Actually, I'll do a little swatch on my hand. Very nice, lightweight serum, milky kind of texture. A little bit of it goes a long way. So Clinique recommends using this morning and night on clean skin. Start with 3 drops and add more if preferred. Use sunscreen, limit sun exposure is what Clinique says. For me, in my opinion, I don't recommend using this one during your daytime routine. It has exfoliant in there, and the exfoliants are much more than the vitamin C that's in here. The vitamin C, I think, is one of the last ingredients. In your daytime routine, use a dedicated vitamin C serum, something that claims to do it all. A lot of times, almost all the time, you just can't. There's no one thing. And so many great actives don't combine well. So in my opinion, you're better off using this at night and using a dedicated vitamin C serum in the daytime. I don't know, Clinique used to have their fresh pressed vitamin C. I assume they still make those. That's a great one. Or Geek and Gorgeous. So, but very nice, lightweight. Once it soaks in, it sets to kind of a nice glowy finish that is a little bit radiant, but it is on the tackier side. So keep that in mind. Moisturizers layer over this just fine. No issues with that. So pretty easy to use, except I just don't recommend using it twice a day. That's just me. Okay, beneficial ingredients. So we've got 5% lactic acid. Lactic acid is a great exfoliant, gently lifts off dead skin cells, and also has some hydration properties for skin. An amount of lactic acid of 5% is enough to remove like dead skin cells from the epidermis. However, if you look for a formulation that has a higher amount, say 10 or 12%, it can also help thicken the skin up. So 5% will sufficiently remove dead skin from the epidermis. However, a concentration of 10 to 12% can impact both the epidermis and the dermis. And that also in turn helps thicken up the skin surface and help firm saggy skin. And then the other factor in the effectiveness of lactic acid is the pH. Typically a pH between 3 and 4 makes it the most efficient and effective. So this one kind of fits in there. Barely, but it does. 5% is going to help with dead skin cells and kind of help to brighten skin and things like that. However, a higher concentration is great for anti-aging. Okay, next up we've got hydrogenated lecithin, which is an emollient. We've got sodium hyaluronate, which is a humectant. We've got caffeine. Caffeine's an antioxidant, also helps with microcirculation as well as puffiness, like around the eyes particularly. We've got aloe, which is a skin-soothing and hydrating ingredient. We've got trehalose and sucrose, which are both humectants. We've got glycyrrhetinic acid, which is a natural pentacyclic triterpenoid derived from licorice root. It looks like the word for licorice, but it's made from it. It's great. It's very potent anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antimicrobial ingredient. We've got vitamin E, which is a great antioxidant. And then finally, we've got the magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a vitamin C derivative that helps with skin brightening and may assist with collagen production. In my opinion, I don't consider this a vitamin C product. I consider this an exfoliant, and that's what there's not a lot of vitamin C in there. And the vitamin C they do use is a derivative that may or may not in the long run pave out to be as good or as ascorbic acid, probably not, but it is one of the better derivatives in my opinion. But still, using this in the morning and thinking you're getting vitamin C to protect your skin is not really where this product lies in my opinion. So, okay, in terms of animal testing, Clinique is not cruelty-free. I can't believe that. I've been reviewing for so long and that has not changed. I thought by now it would change, but it has not. So, okay, in terms of performance, so I consider more of an exfoliating serum as opposed to a vitamin C serum due to the ingredients listing, and they list typically in the order of the amounts. For what this product promises, exfoliates, clinically proven to promote skin's natural cell turnover to real fresher, smoother skin. Exfoliation is known to help other ingredients absorb more easily. It hydrates by plumping skin with a clinical increase in hydration, and brightens, helps boost skin's glow. I would agree that does most of that. However, it'll help with most of those aspects, the brightening, little bit with that licorice root act and the vitamin C derivative. If you're concerned about aging, in my opinion, I'd probably recommend a serum with a higher amount of lactic or glycolic acid in it. Again, 10, 12% is a great, perfect amount, well-researched amount. This is a good, I would call it more of a beginning exfoliating ingredient, and it's still pretty gentle. So if your skin doesn't handle higher amounts of exfoliants, then this is a nice option. Or if you're beginning or a beginner at things, then using a small amount of exfoliant is good, and then work your way up to a stronger strength. Or if you're not aging, I guess we're all aging in a way, but if you're young and you don't have wrinkles and fine lines, then it might not be a huge deal, and 5% might be a good amount. So I think the brightening benefits of this are overstated. the magnesium ascorbyl phosphate is a very, very low amount. Probably not enough for real noticeable effects, but some people that may not have used an exfoliant before or anything like that may notice some benefits there. Pretty friendly for most skin types. So for acne-prone skin, it only contains dimethicone of note, and that's not very comedogenic, so very friendly for that. So this is a full size, which is 1 ounce, 30 milliliters, and retails for $49. So in my opinion, that makes it on the pricier side. It's not over 50 bucks, so, and it's a little bit cheaper than some of Paula's Choice products these days, but still a little bit pricey for what is basically an exfoliating serum, but not too expensive. In terms of the it factor, for me, this is not a must-have. I think you can tell where I'm going. I'm not overly impressed with this. I didn't dislike it, but if I'm going to use an exfoliant, I just want my help with anti-aging. That's what I look for, but could be a decent exfoliant option for sensitive skin due to its lower percent of lactic acid and modest pH. So for dupes and alternatives, we've got the MAC Cosmetics Hyper Real Serumizer, the Origins Ginseng Into the Glow Brightening Serum, which makes sense because Origins and MAC actually are both owned by the same company that owns Clinique. We've got the Skin Better Even Intensive Skin Tone Correcting Serum and the Alpine Beauty Wild Nettle and Niacinamide Firming Serum for some dupes. So with a 10 being a perfect score, I gave this one a 7. It's average is what I would say. It's average. We've got some dupes from the same company that owns them all, but yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's not going to hurt or damage your skin. It's just sometimes I like things to be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more fired up in terms of actives, but definitely not a bad one overall. So curious if you guys have had a chance to check this one out yet or not, and if you have what your thoughts are, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.
Smile and hold it off to the side.